Hi everyone, this is Own Your Story with me, Mandy. Today is Thursday, so I'm doing my Facebook Live. What I wanted to talk to you about today is about my ideal clients. So what I'm going to go through today is who do I serve, why it's important to me, what are the typical symptoms of my ideal client, and if any of those symptoms resonate with you, then what are your next steps? So when I think about who I serve, I think about serving the people who I consider smart women who are high achieving and they have found success in many areas of their life. However, there is still this narrative in their head where it keeps them from playing very small. And it's often the narrative where it's telling them that they're not good enough in one way or another. And so really my goal is to empower these women to change that narrative of not good enough to feeling like they are enough. And I believe that when they do feel like they're enough, then they are going to shine with self-confidence and they're going to create personal independence in their life. So when I say independence, what do I really mean? When I think about personal freedom or personal independence, I think about not tying myself or my own self-worth to the validation or the praise of other people. I feel like when I used to seek validation from others, I was chained to that idea that I needed them to tell me that I was good enough. And as a result, I just kept on chasing for it. So for me, independence meant breaking free from that need to seek the validation for other people to tell me that I was good enough. Independence to me also means, and this really reminded me when I was dating, independence is not waiting by the phone. Independence is not waiting by the phone for your spouse, not waiting by the phone for maybe your partner, not making any plans with your friends because you're hoping that he's going to ask you out. So for me, that is independence as well. I find that when a woman feels like she is enough, she's free from worry. Worry about making the wrong decision. I mean, that's definitely that was one of my biggest setbacks, which I didn't know was draining my energy, was that I could never make a decision. And I felt so trapped whenever I felt like I was stuck. And I would ask a lot of people for their advice. What should I do? And I never trusted my own intuition. So that is independence as well. Another thing for independence when I think about is free from the guilt, or free from the guilt that you wish you had done it differently. Like, you know, sometimes when you just replay it over your head, like, oh, should I had said that? Should I had texted him with that? Should I had told my boss that? Was I too transparent? You know, so independence is really about having that freedom to know that whatever you did was enough and to be happy and content with what you did. So how amazing would it be if women felt like that they were enough and they became just so unapologetic for who they are, because they knew that how they showed up was absolutely the best version that they could be. And they didn't have to be worried or scared that they would lose themselves throughout the process. And that was definitely something that I struggled with for a long time, was because I was just trying so hard to be everything to everyone. I became such a chameleon that I completely lost who I actually was, or who I actually am. So why is this important to me? It's important to me because I feel like my ideal clients was once who I was. And I remember that feeling so well, the feeling of not being quite sure of your own self-worth, the feeling of seeking that validation. It became so addictive. Like, I was so addicted to the validation of others. I was so addicted to being perfect that I ended up trying to chase something that just doesn't really actually exist, because in reality, you can't please everybody in your life. And I think it's really important that the first person that we start pleasing is ourselves. And as I was going through my own journey of finding myself, I realized that there was a lot of other women like that, just like me. And the typical symptoms I've talked about in my previous video, but I'll reiterate it again. It's the idea that, it's perfectionism. It's doing something a million times over by yourself in the dark until it's perfect before you share it with the world. It's somebody who procrastinates actually moving forward or going through something and actually sharing it because the idea of it not being perfect actually stops them from even starting to begin with. A symptom is about a woman who always feels like she needs to be in control. Like, if they're not in control, they feel stressed out. It's like nothing is happening to plan. And they plan so much that they end up so consumed by what's going to happen in the future that they are not present in the moment at all. Another symptom that my ideal clients would be is something that, again, I mentioned, a people pleaser. Somebody who just always wants to be liked. I know we all want to be liked, but it can be exhausting. And it's also like a facade that you have to try to keep up. And then you end up sometimes not being true to who you are because you're just trying to be so agreeable to other people. And then the last thing, which is a woman who knows deep down inside that they're meant for something so much more, but they just don't know how to get there, or they don't know what's stopping them or getting in their way. A lot of the things that get in our way, we're so unconscious of because we think it's normal, or we identify it as something completely external from ourselves, as if we have no control over. But in reality, with the help of life coaching, you actually get to see that there are so many things that are in your control. And there are so many things that you can do that's going to shift your life to the way that you wanted it, not only in your life, but also, of course, in your relationships. So with all of that in mind, if any of those symptoms resonate with you, you have 3 options. The first one is I've created a quiz, and the quiz is asking you if you are really ready for change. Because I believe that the people who are really going to benefit from coaching are the women who don't believe that they need it. It's the women who really believe that they want this. They want this for themselves. They are ready to do the work, and they are ready to become committed to their goals, to their dreams, to what they actually really truly deserve. And so I have a quiz that you can take for you to understand if you are ready for all of those things. If you are truly ready to be honest with yourself, to be committed to the idea of coaching, to be committed to take massive action. So if you want to take the quiz, you can either go on my website, www.ownyourstory.ca, or you can go to the website and /ready for change, and it'll take you right to the quiz. So you can opt in either way to get the quiz. The second way is to book a discovery call. And I've been talking about this a lot lately because it's kind of my theme for this week, is talking about coaching and the discovery call. And the discovery call is an opportunity for us to get to know each other. And I want to highlight that it is a no obligation, risk-free call. So it's really just an opportunity for you to have some time to talk to somebody who is going to listen to you, who's going to spend some time with you to figure out what might be getting in your way, and also getting more clear on what your goals are when it comes to your life or when it comes to your relationships. Like, what can be better? Or what are you currently tolerating in your life right now? What are you kind of just sitting with? It's okay, it could be better, and it could be better, but you've kind of just accepted it. I'm losing my train of thought. The discovery call. Yes. Okay. Um, so yeah, it's you can book the discovery call on my website, or you can just send me a message. I mean, if you're still not too sure, your third option is to just send me a message and we can just talk like normal, just chat. We can just chat online if that makes you feel more comfortable. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Jen, for watching me live. You're catching me at the tail end, but I appreciate you being here. I will be back next week on Thursday. So thanks so much for watching and hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye.